Hi everyone, it's Morgyn from For the Love of Paper, and I am here with my first spread for April Project Life. I think there's going to be 5, maybe 6 spreads for the month of April because it was a pretty busy month. And I've kind of worked out a little bit of a different process. It's kind of similar, kind of different, because I was having a think about how I'm going to do the kids in the family album, whether I do one big album, everyone just, has the same. If the kids want their own, I can make copies of them. Or should I do like Sam an album and Roman an album and then a family album? And because I'm doing both digital and physical, I thought I can make the family album the physical hard copy that we've got on the shelf, and then the kids' albums I would do as digital layouts, and then I can print them photo books at the end of the year, and that way I can also incorporate those photos into the family album as well. So having a bit of a mixture. So for this month, because it was the month Roman was born, I decided to try this process out. So this layout is Sam's layout for the month. So this is all the fun things he got up to during the month, and yeah, that's how I've done that. So the next one, I can't actually remember which one the next one is, but like the next layout I did was one for Roman, and then I did a special Easter one, which was for sort of a family one for everyone. And then I also did a Roman ended up with about 3 different layouts. But yeah, so I've decided that's how I'm going to try and do it. One spread for family and one spread for each child to cover the whole month. And if there's extra, then there's extra. So yeah, that's kind of my process. And the photos, I just printed them all on my Canon Selfie, which I have been having enormous trouble with at the moment. I bought a new pack of paper and ink, and every time I try to print, it says the paper's the wrong size. However, the packaging says it's the right one for the printer, and it's the same one I buy all the bloomin' time, but I just have to keep trying and trying and trying until it finally decides it's going to work. So I batch printed. When I finally got it to work, it took about an hour and a half for it to finally register that the paper was the right size and I could print it, and then I ended up printing 3 spreads worth of photos in one go. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So just trimming down all the photos to fit, and as most of you know, the Canon Selfie doesn't print true 4x6 images. They're a couple of millimeters short on either side, basically. So lengthways, so the 6-inch side, there's the perforated sides, and you end up losing about 5 millimeters all up, and then the 4-inch width or height, however you want to look at it, you end up losing about 3 millimeters. And some people it doesn't bother them. For me, it just absolutely irks me and it drives me crazy. I hate that it's not the right size. So for this one, I've decided to trim all the photos down 5 millimeters smaller on each side, and I'm mounting them to true 4x6 papers. So that's my process throughout this video. And yeah, so this first photo is of Sam and Frank. They were reading a book. What is it? Roald Dahl, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'd bought the whole, or I think it's most of the books that Roald Dahl had written. If it's not all of them, it certainly is a big chunk of them. I think there's about 10 books, 12 books in this pack. And he started reading Fantastic Mr. Fox because we thought that was it was the smallest one in there, and we thought we'd see how he went with that, because there's no pictures. It's more of a novel type of a book, or a chapter book, I should say, chapter book. So he was just engrossed in it. Frank couldn't really put it down for him every time he wanted to have a break. But Sam's like, no, keep reading. So I think there was about one night and then over a weekend, and they finished the book. And yeah, that was really cool. I love that photo. And I just added a little book sticker from the new d-lish collection, which I can't remember what it's called, and then a little heart, and there was some fox puffy stickers in that same collection. I can't remember what it's called. It's the new one. It's kind of a young kid themed kit. I can't remember. Little one? I can't remember. Yeah, the puffy sticker in there had a little fox, so I thought that worked really nicely. And these photos here, it was the 9th of April, and Frank had been getting some work done on his teeth, and we had to go back for the last fitting, or they had to like double check it or something, I can't remember. And it's about half an hour drive from where we live. And so we all went there together, and we had lunch, and after lunch we went to the lagoon, and it was so funny. Like, I spent the whole day out and I felt great all day. That was actually my due date, because I was pregnant in that photo, and that was my due date, but I had no signs of the baby wasn't coming. And I walked around the shops and the mall, and I didn't go swimming, but I was there, and we just had the best day. And then I ended up going into labor that night. So I didn't have him until the next day. But it was really nice that we'd spent the whole day together as a family. And like, that was basically the last photos we had taken as a family of 3, which was really quite special. If we hadn't gone anywhere and done anything, I probably wouldn't have taken any photos at all. So it was just really, really nice that we got to spend the last day together as the 3 of us before Roman came along. So that was a bit special. And this photo here was Sam and Frank. They were doing yoga. I don't know where Sam learnt about yoga. I'm not really sure, because we don't do it. We always say we want to do yoga, and then we never do. And Sam came out one morning and said, I want to do yoga. And so Frank found a video on YouTube of someone doing yoga poses. So they got out some towels, and they spent about 15-20 minutes doing yoga on the floor. And Sam was amazing. He did a really, really awesome job at it, like better than I would probably do. He could just do the poses properly. I don't know, maybe it's young bones or something, that he can just bend in the right positions. So that's what that photo is. And then the other card was just the journaling about that, about the yoga. Pretty much what I've just told you was on there. And again, because these photos aren't true to size, I have put 3x4 backing cardstock behind them. Actually, that's just the Stampin' Up cards that you can't buy anymore. I am so glad I stocked up on them. I think I ended up buying about 5 or 6 packets when they discontinued them. Because I knew that I would want them and I would use them a lot. So I think I'm down to, I think I've got 2.5 packets. Actually, no, I've just opened my 3rd to last packet. So I've got 2 full ones, and I've just opened the 3rd. So I'm getting through them. It's not fair. Hopefully they'll last me the rest of this year. They should do. And just went through my stash and found this little sticker. What does it say? I can't remember what that one says. Oh, just start. There you go. Like I said, we all kept saying that we should do yoga, and those 2 finally did just start. So I really hope that they continue doing it. They have done it a couple more times since then. Not consistently, but you know, these things take time, I suppose. And what am I doing? I'm just getting a bit of washi tape to give that little label sticker. Oh, it's not a sticker. It's just a bit of cardstock. Give it a little bit of a base to sit on. And that's that card done. And I think I do add something to that yoga card. Oh, not now. Maybe I come back to it. Excuse me. Sorry, I've just got over a cold, or getting over a cold. You know, my whole childhood, I never had colds. And then since I've had kids, I get a cold every year, sometimes 2. And I really dislike it. I am not impressed about these colds that I keep getting. So yeah, I've been wanting to record all week, and every day I've either had a really, really runny nose and been congested, or there was 2 days when I had a sore throat, and one day when I just laid in bed all day because I just felt like rubbish. So I've sent the boys out to the shops to get nothing really. I just made up a random list of stuff that they should go and look for, see if they can find, just to get them out of the house so that I can try and do some recording. So this is the first video. I think I've got about 5 more that I'm going to try and do voiceovers for. So if in about 3 weeks' time my voiceovers are sounding really croaky, it's because I've been talking for like 2 hours. Anyway, back to the layout. I've rambled a lot too. The photo there was me. I was using my belly as a table for my lunch because why not? I mean, you're pregnant. It's a built-in table. It's a snack table, as I like to call it. Oh, look, Sam was bringing me some lollies, a lollipop, and a gummy bear, I think it was. Yeah, so and then I just took a selfie because why not? And I can't remember what that filler card says. It's from Paisley Press and the Lily Pad. It's a digital card, but I can't remember what it says. I don't know. When I do the still photos at the end, you should be able to see what that one is. And I was just trying to find a little embellishment that I could pop on that card. What did I end up going with? I actually end up putting a puffy sticker on there. I know that little circle doesn't stay there. See, look at that. Look, aren't I a good mother? He brings me the lollipop and then I end up giving it back so that he can eat it. I mean, come on. All the mums out there, you know how it is, don't you? Nothing is ever yours. I found that little smile. And what else was I looking for? So this is a problem when you've got too many embellishments. You either know exactly the piece you want to use and it's somewhere in your stash and you can't find it, or you have no idea what to use because you have so much stuff and it's too hard to look through it all. Hands up, who else has that issue? I know I have it quite bad. I was actually looking at my room, my craft desk the other day after I tidied up, but I didn't really. I've got 4, 5, 6 unopened Kit Club kits. Actually, that would be 1, 2, 3. That would actually be 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually have 9 because one Kit Club I get 2 different kits from them. And I haven't opened the last 3 months. And another Kit Club I subscribe to, I haven't opened theirs for 3 months either. That's 9 kits sitting at my desk, completely unopened. Totally ridiculous. And we're going on holiday, so I'm not even going to be able to scrap because I can't take it all with me, because that would be ridiculous. And Frank would say, that is taking up an entire suitcase. That's not going to happen. So hopefully when I get back and Sam's back at school, I'll have some time to catch up on my scrapping. And the photo before that was Sam playing backyard cricket with Frank, and I just used a digital stamp to say, it says remember in scripty font, and then underneath it says backyard cricket. And then this photo was of my belly. I had been taking like one at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month because I couldn't keep to taking weekly photos. And then Roman was born on the 10th, and the second photo was taken on the 9th. So there's not very much difference between the two pictures. Oh, this is that collection. What is it? Oh, I can't read it. It's Chamel something. So I used a flower puffy sticker and a little word. I think it says like getting there or almost there or something like that. And that's the layout done, guys. So thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more of my uploads. See you later. Bye.